Hey guys, I haven't made a video outside for the longest time, you know what I mean? My hair's looking good right now, like I didn't even straighten it. It is really hot today. It is like almost 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, but it is hot today. Like the sun is hitting. I hope you can see me well because I hope you can hear me well because I'm not yelling too much. And I hope you can see me well because I am backlight a little bit. I don't know. Because like if I could sit like in front of the place where I am right now, but I feel like the sun would be hitting me too much and I don't want to go blind. So anyway, I'm making this video here because I haven't made a video outside in a long time, and I wanted to make a video about stories. Here's the thing. I have a friend who made a LinkedIn post, I don't know, a while ago. She has a friend who copies the things that she does. You know what I mean? She joins activities, she goes to contests and stuff like that, like university contests, let's say things where you compete, I don't know, to negotiate or maybe to, I don't know, give like consulting like services or whatever. I don't know. There's a bunch of contests that do like different things or whatever. And she made a no, not a blog post. I'm so used to talking about blog posts because I was a blogger. I don't know, a few years ago. But no, she made a LinkedIn post, and she made it about, let's say, her struggle with that contest that she did. I don't know exactly which one it was. I think it was a hackathon. I think that's what they call it. I don't know why they call it a hackathon, because you don't hack anyone. It's not about hacking anyone. But anyway, so she made that hackathon, and she talked about her struggle, her personal struggle, like the things that she dealt with and the things that her team dealt with, because she was working with a team of people. And there was this friend of hers who copied her. Like, she copied the entire format of how it went and everything. And my friend was so mad. And I didn't understand why her friend was mad, because like I've had people in the past like copy things that I did, or copy like clothes that I would wear and stuff like that, or even copy things that I would say and stuff. And like I remember I would get mad too when I was a kid. And I remember my parents were like, you shouldn't be mad. Like, if anything, you should be flattered, because you know what they say, imitation is I think it's the most sincere form of flattery. I think that's how they say it. But anyway, so the thing is, when somebody copies you, when somebody does something that you're doing, or does something the way that you're doing it, it's because they admire you. They want to be more like you. They want to do things the way that you're doing them. You know what I mean? Like, that is why. I mean, if they didn't like what you're doing, or the way that you're doing it, or if they don't like the way that you look, why would they want to copy it? Why would they want to replicate it? You know what I mean? So it's a form of flattery. It's the most sincere form of flattery, because they're not telling you they like you. They're not telling you they like what you're doing or how you're doing it, whatever. They're literally doing it. They like it so much so that they're doing it themselves. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I can barely see the viewfinder, also because I'm wearing sunglasses. And there's a lot of people walking here, so I'm a little bit self-conscious. But anyway, so get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I just hope you can't see my double chin, because I gained a little bit of weight. I don't know. Been eating ice cream because I recently got a tooth removed, and cars are bothering me. But anyway, so what was I going to say? Oh yeah, here's the thing. My dad told me this thing the other day that really stuck with me, and that is something that people can't copy. Something that people really, really can't copy is not, I know what you're thinking, it's probably personality. No, like, people can copy things that you did or whatever. They can try to copy the way you look. Yeah, that's relatively possible. And because you see all of these people, you know, there was this trend back in the day. I don't think there's so much this trend anymore, but you know how everybody wanted to look like the Kardashians, you know what I mean? Like, everybody wanted to have their lips like that, their makeup done like that, their hair like that. They wanted to dress like that. They wanted their bodies to look like that. So you can technically look like a Kardashian if you want to. You can technically do something that somebody else did. Maybe you're not, let's say, the OG of doing that, but you can replicate it as well. And but something that you really, really, really can't copy is your story. Like something people can't copy. I'm saying it so shitty. I'm saying it in such a shitty way, because there's people around and I'm getting nervous. But anyway, there isn't that many people around. Maybe it's just my anxiety. But anyway, what is social anxiety? But anyway, what I was gonna say is, what people really can't copy is your story. Like, the things that happen to you, that the things that you deal with, like the people that you deal with, the people that you have to see every day, and the things that people say to you, or like the places you have to go every day. You know what I mean? Like, that people can't copy. You know what I mean? For instance, I have 5 friends who went to PwC to do their internship. I was the only one in my class that did the internship at the place that I did it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe someone next year is going to do it in the same place. Maybe someone is going to have a similar experience because they're going to be dealing with the same people that I dealt with. Not dealing, I mean, it's not like I had to put up with them, you know what I mean? But like, they're not going to interact, they're going to interact with the same people that I interacted with, but they're going to interact with them next year. And they have a different personality from me. You know what I mean? Like, something they can't copy is your story. You know what I mean? Like, who went to that place to do an internship in 2025 as part of that master's degree? I did. Who was born in the place that I was born in? I was born in the place that I was born in. Who lives where I live? I live where I live. You know what I mean? Like, who, I don't know, who did this thing? Who did that thing? You know what I mean? Like, you can change the, let's say, the course of events or whatever with the things that you do, but also things happen to you and you can't control that. Like, the things people say to you, depending on your aura and stuff like that, I don't know, people can affect you in so many ways. Like, maybe, let's say you did a group project with a bunch of people, and the people that other people had to do that project with are different. You know what I mean? So they're not going to have the same experience because they're dealing with different people and they're doing different things, if you know what I mean. Like, if somebody's studying a different thing from you, they're not going to have a similar experience because they are dealing with different professors. They're in a different faculty, probably, even. You know what I mean? They met different people. They have different friends. You know what I mean? And because they deal with different people and they go to a different place, they're gonna have a much different experience. You know what I mean? Like, none of my friends from high school are gonna have a similar experience because they went to other faculties and they dealt with other people. You know what I mean? They did different things. You know what I mean? They struggled differently. Like, not everybody. Like, people can have a very similar experience, don't get me wrong. Like, we all, like, at the end of the day, eat, sleep, I don't know, we go somewhere, we do something, you know what I mean? Like, we study, we eat, sleep, do our hobbies, whatever, repeat, you know what I mean? But, like, these things, like, the things that happen to you, if that makes sense, like, that's part of your story. People can't copy that. You know, the things that I dealt with in college, nobody can copy that, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say this, but I was a valedictorian. Nobody can copy that, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody's going to be the valedictorian of the class of 2024. You can be the valedictorian of the class of 2025. You can be the valedictorian of the class of 2023. You know what I mean? Like, I know the guy who was the valedictorian for the class of 2023. He's really nice. He's doing a PhD right now. So hopefully we can be PhD students together next year. I don't know. I want to be friends with him. He's nice. Anyway, so what was I going to say? You know what I mean? I met this guy through an activity that I did. You know what I mean? And it turns out that he is doing a PhD. You know what I mean? I've joined activities and I met people that I otherwise wouldn't have. You know what I mean? And I've had experiences that otherwise I wouldn't have. And I learned things that I otherwise wouldn't have. You know what I mean? Like, maybe if I had gone to PwC to do that internship, maybe I wouldn't have had a crush on the guy that I got a crush on. I wouldn't have learned the things that I learned. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't have interacted with the same people and I would have had a different experience. Do you know what I mean? Like, people can't copy that. And I think that is why on YouTube there's, like, this trend of, you know, just sharing your story, just sharing your thoughts and all that stuff. Because here's the thing, like, nobody can copy that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can do a gameplay, you can have this or that personality, people can replicate it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people who are replicating the most successful YouTubers, whatever. It can work, better, worse, whatever. But the thing is, if you tell your story, like, for instance, like, do you know why Tana Mojo was so successful? She was the first person who was doing story times. You know what I mean? Like, that is really cool. See. And so people can replicate that. Do you know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. A lot of people are making videos every single day, telling their story, what happened to them, anything. You know what I mean? Like, literally anything. So, here's the thing. If you tell your story to someone, if you make a video, you're making a story, you are, I don't know, something happened to you, you did something, you got something happen to you, whatever, like, you share that story, nobody's gonna replicate that because that didn't happen to someone else. That happened to you. You know what I mean? And, like, the way you tell things, like, okay, maybe you can tell things a different way, whatever, but, like, the things that happen to you, they happen to you. You know what I mean? Like, what is an original experience? Like, okay, maybe people can have experiences that are more or less the same, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it is really surprising how on TikTok, like, things can be really, really similar. Like, for instance, like, I don't know, there's things that happen to me that I'm like, okay, that was weird, like, that happened to me, you know? And then there's people who are, like, sharing that stuff on TikTok, and then people are like, what the fuck? Like, I've never had an original experience before, you know what I mean? Like, this happened to me, this happened to you. Who knows how many people it can happen to as well. And so, you know, but the thing is, if you tell your story, and if you tell it in a way that is compelling, if you try to sell it to people, you know what I mean? Like, not try to sell it to people, but, like, if you tell it in a way that is interesting, you know, as Gary Vee says, like, everybody has the same experience, you know what I mean? Like, everybody goes through the same things, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know how to say it, like, I don't know, I just got a little bit nervous because there was this lady who approached me not a long time ago, and she was asking me for food to eat, and I don't have anything. And but it's like the type of people that like are on drugs and stuff like that. And so I don't know, I got really scared. Like I think I've seen her before, you know what I mean? I don't think she's a bad person or anything, but it's kind of like scary because like the world they live in is so messed up, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people here, and like we are literally under the sun right now, so like it's not like anything can happen to me right now, but like I don't know, I just got a little bit I don't know, I couldn't focus for a while. So I was saying, you know, somebody told Gary, like, I think it was a kid, I don't know if, I think it was a girl, who asked him, like, no, I want to make videos and stuff like that, but I don't know, like, I want to make vlogs, but, like, what I do is not even that interesting. Like, what happens in my day is not that interesting. And Gary Vee was like, you can make anything interesting. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way you tell it or something like that. I don't remember. Like, it is more interesting probably than you think. And I remember, like, I have, like, the friends that are, shit, no, I really can't focus because I really got, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just uncomfortable right now. But anyway, maybe I should go home, right? But it's, I don't even know where she is right now. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so what was I gonna say? Yeah. So I had a few friends when I was in high school, and the way that I would tell my stories to them, they would find it funny. Like they would laugh their asses off whenever I would tell them a story. Like for instance, like I got surgery on this part of my forehead because I had a mold, but like I had it since I was born, you know, and the way I got it removed was kind of comical if you think about it, but I was not having fun as it was happening to me. But I told it in a way that it was more fun and in a way that it was more comedic, and they, you know what I mean, they were laughing and stuff like that. And I was like, it's probably not so much the story, but like the way you tell it. So if you're able to tell your story, no matter how boring it is, in a more or less interesting way, you don't have to tell it like it's a Spielberg movie, you know what I mean? But like, if you tell it more or less interestingly, I'm not saying I'm the most like eloquent or the best like storyteller ever, but you know what I mean? Like if you tell it in a way that's interesting, or if you tell it in a way that you show like, let's say what you learned or whatever, like somebody can buy it out there, you know what I mean? Somebody can be like, you know what, I like what this person is saying, you know what I mean? This person's eloquent, this person knows, you know, how to learn from experiences, and it's interesting. I want to keep up with this person, you know? So yeah, what somebody can copy from you is your story. Nobody can take that away from you. And if you know how to sell it, if you know how to sell anything, you can profit off of it. And it's not about making profit, but it's about making profit. I mean, at some point you have to eat, you know what I mean? Like this lady. And you know, if you are to choose between like, okay, can I make money off of doing something I don't really like to do and something I really like to do? Like if you can get paid to literally tell your story, who wouldn't want to do that? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's everything I wanted to say. And I'm gonna make the video in Spanish, but I'm probably gonna go somewhere else. I don't know what I should do. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. So yeah, thank you guys. And I'm sorry for not making a video yesterday. Sorry. Anyway, bye.